Today we are going to learn about basic economic concepts, and my name is Nancy. And now let's move on to the parts that we will learn today. The first part is the core of economics, and the second part is opportunity cost, and the third is microeconomics versus macroeconomics. The last is positive versus normative economics. And here is the vocabulary we will heard about while you are watching this video. And after this video, you will understand the meaning of this vocabulary. Now, let's move on to the individual choice, the core of economics. The first is the definition of economics, which is the study of scarcity and choice. Every economic issue involves and is most basic level individual choice, which is the decisions by individuals about what to do and what not to do. In fact, you might say that it isn't economics if it isn't about choice. And here's the definition of economy, which is a system for coordination of society's productive and consumptive activities. And now you may have a question. What is the difference between economics and economy? Well, economy is a kind of system. For example, market economy, which we will talk about next. Market economy, which is the decisions of individual producers and consumers largely determine what, how, and for whom to produce, with little government involvement in decisions. And here are 4 types of economy, and market economy is one of them. The last 3 of them we will talk about in another video. As I have mentioned in market economy about what, how, and for whom to produce. And these are 3 questions that economists always answer. What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. And here is produce the product. But during the production, there are 4 types of the factor of production, which are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. As for land, is natural resources such as oil, mineral, water, air, forest, and fish. And as for labor, is physical, mental efforts of people, human capital such as knowledge, skill, education, and training. And as for capital, is tools, building, and machine that used for production. But remember, capital is not money. As for entrepreneurship, is human resource, labor, land, and capital make decision and bear risk. So I think that it sounds like a both. Well, you've listened economics. You may thought of your own property rights. And now let me to introduce the definition of property rights, which can let you to learn more about your own property. Property rights is to establish ownership and grant individuals the right to trade goods and services with each other. And after understanding about property rights, we have to understand choice, or we can say trade-off. Trade-off is a selection among alternative goods, services, or action. For example, when you go to the movie theater, you may find out there are many movies that you can watch, but you can only watch one movie. And the movie that you didn't choose to watch and the movie you watch is called trade-off. It sounds like the things you got and the things you lose at the same time. And as for the last example, we talked about movie theater, that we can only choose one movie to watch, which means there have limited time and money for you to watch only one movie. And here it comes the scarcity, which is the society has limited resource and therefore cannot satisfy our unlimited wants. The resources and time are all limited, which are called scarce. Have you ever heard about opportunity cost? And now we are going to introduce the definition of opportunity cost. The real cost of something is what you must give it up. I think that you have already know what is the opportunity cost through this title. And now imagine you are going to get something you want. What do you do then? You pay for it or exchange your things to others, and then you may get the things you want, right? And here is the quick introduction of opportunity cost, and we will talk about how to calculate opportunity cost in another video. You may ask, what is the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics? So, for microeconomics is the study of choices and individuals that individuals and business make, the way these choices interact in markets, and the influence of governments, such as DVD versus ticket, and all those small things. And as for macroeconomics is the study of performance of national economy and the global economy, such as China by the United States buying the things through a country. And the last part of today's video is positive versus normative economics. For this part, positive economics is the things that is true, which is objective. And as for normative economics is the opinion of people, which is judgment. For example, the price of oil is really high. And this causes normative economics, which is one's opinion. And for another example, the price of oil is rising. And this is called positive economics, which is the truth. And now, let's give a quick review of today's lesson. We talked about the difference of economics and economy, the 3 questions that economists always answer, and the 4 factors of production, which is land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, and about property rights and trade-off. And also we talk about scarcity, which resources and time are all limited. And the next is the opportunity cost, which is the cost of something is that what you must give up to get it. And also the difference between micro and macroeconomics. Also the difference between positive and normative economics. And this is all for today's lesson. See you next time.